Let's talk a little bit about the lethal lottery because I know how you feel about this. Tell us why you hated this whole concept, this random drawing, you and Flair on opposite teams. The Road Warriors were on opposite teams, just very random. And then they put them into a battle royal. And then the winner was supposed to go on and fight a championship match at the Bash. But I know you weren't a big fan of this concept.
Well, I'm a guy that thinks that wrestling, it should be an episodic TV show. It should go from week to week. There should be just a little bit of a hint of the story that you get, and you go off the air wanting more, not less. And it seems like to me, for that night, which is a pay-per-view event, there's no way to really tell a lot of stories within the confines of that television show. Who wants to see the Road Warriors fight?
Right.
Because I know they're not going to really bring it. And anybody else that, Rick, I don't think anybody believed Rick and I were going to cream each other. And nor should we have. It was like, what was more important? This relationship we had over years or tonight? Who's going to outshine who? I don't think anybody have any issues telling you the finish to that they would prefer. Leave your relationship intact.
I'm with you. I agree completely. And we move on from there. It ends ultimately after the lethal lottery and the battle royal. The winner is DDP, and it wasn't without controversy because at some point in the beginning of the match, he is eliminated and brought back in. The ref doesn't see it. And hey, we've all seen how this ends up translating on future Nitro. They end up saying you were eliminated, and he loses his title shot at Great American Bash. They end up giving that away. I think it's Luger who ends up facing the Giant. So you do all this. You have this lethal lottery. You have this battle royal. You have DDP win. And then the whole ending doesn't matter because they toss it and DDP doesn't get the title shot at Great American Bash. They end up giving it to Luger because of an issue with him already being thrown out, and they made it a Nitro storyline. How's that for booking?
I think that verifies what I said earlier. I think you go all the way around the circle, and when it's done, whose angle is better for it? Didn't do Paige any favors, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, no. So we had that, wraps that up with DDP, and then the last thing I want to touch on from this card is the Stinger versus the Giant, and it's the world title. Luger and Jimmy Hart handcuffed together. It's wild from the start, and the finish has Sting getting hit with Hart's megaphone. Another match ending here, Arn, with interference. Does it hurt the Giant at this point? Or, what are your thoughts on that?
Just go back to the beginning. It would have been nice if he was still on the build. The Giant.
Yeah, I'm with you. At this point, he needs to be on the build, especially we do know what's coming. And it just seems like a main event match with two headliners to get a buy rate at this point, when you look back on it from a storytelling perspective.